Why does my husband look up his ex? My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and all these questions are the kind of questions that we get from people who write in. It's a free service. Take advantage of it. You'll get a qualified counselor who's trained according to how we do marriage, which is very positive and supportive. And I'll try and help you with this right in this video. Why would your husband look up his ex? So, it's a funny thing. We get married, we all get married pretty much for the same reasons, don't we? We want more happiness than we've had the day before. Really, we have this expectation, and I think I know it's a reasonable expectation that our marriage will produce happiness for us. Incredible happiness that gets better every day. Now, of course, you need to learn how to do that, but once you do, and you haven't yet, that's what it does. The other thing that we seek in our marriage is unconditional love. And that one's really elusive because in our society we don't talk about it. We talk about things like soulmates, we talk about I love you, romantic love, or we reduce it down even further to sexual quote-unquote love, which it's not really like that. But true unconditional love blows your mind. You've had that experience. Every time I've gone to a wedding, there's been a moment when, and I've looked around, your heart just burst open with love. And your mind is going, whoa, can't even take it. But when you're married, that's a safe place to experience unconditional love ongoing. Now, we've helped thousands of people get there now. I'm there. And it's doable. You just have to learn how. But if you haven't learned how, and I know you haven't because in our society there's no one who teaches it, when you don't know how, you won't have that experience. And that experience is vital. So what does this have to do with your husband looking up his ex? Put two and two together. If you are in an amazing party, you're not talking to your friends about leaving the party and going somewhere else. You're happy where you are. If you're comfortable on vacation, you're not talking about getting in the car and going home. You're happy where you are. Your husband is not as happy as he could/should be in the marriage. And it's something you can do something about. Now, is it your fault that it's not that way already? It isn't, because no one taught us. So there's this expectation that we're just loyal because you're supposed to be loyal. We're just happily married because you're supposed to be happily married. No. There's things you need to do to achieve virtually everything in this world except dying. Then you don't have to do anything. It just comes at you. But everything else, from driving a car to baking a cake to making eggs for breakfast to getting dressed, you got to know what you're doing. So why should it be otherwise for marriage? You got to know what you're doing, and no one taught us. So learn. Subscribe to this channel. You'll get some information, and maybe that'll be enough for you. Or maybe you get one of my books. Maybe that'll be enough for you. If you really want to take your marriage to the next level, then get the course for women. That'll do it for sure. But there is something you can, and intuitively you should be doing something about it. Because is he wrong? I can't say that. But is it wrong? I can't say that either. But it is indicative of a reality that you need to attend to. And that is that your marriage, you as his wife, he's looking for more. Doesn't mean that his ex-wife is going to give it to him, but he's still in a state of suffering. He's still in a state of not having everything that the marriage should deliver. I can't say more about it than that. Thank you. Like the video. God bless and take care.